In the previous episode, we saw how Seo-jun discovered new seafood, squid, and had a feast. After that, he also grew a new crop, the green onion blade, and Theo came with a guest. Aona first bowed and greeted Seo-jun with utmost respect and introduced herself. Then she questioned Seo-jun if he is the great black dragon. Meanwhile, Seo-jun was still bewildered and too shocked to talk, seeing a tiny, cute talking mouse. Even the baby bear was excited, thinking he would have someone new to play with. And today's like goal is 4,000 likes. I know y'all can smash that easily, and write next incher in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to support me making these videos. Now, let's continue. Confused, Seo-jun asked Theo who this tiny little hamster was. Theo proudly explained all the incidents that happened with him and how she attacked Theo, even after he told her that he is the subordinate of the Black Dragon. She didn't believe Theo, so he brought her here to meet Seo-jun. After Theo was done explaining, Aona once again bowed down and with a polite tone once again greeted Seo-jun, introducing herself as the Magician Association's chief. Her name is Aona, and she greets the great black dragon from the bottom of her heart. Meanwhile, Aileen explained to Seo-jun that Aona might have come to visit Seo-jun as the tower manager did not show up or help when the red locusts were rampaging around, smashing everyone in their way. She continued explaining that if she says she is the association chief, that means she must be a very high-level monster and a dangerous one. Aileen once again requested Seo-jun to pretend as the great black dragon and hear what Aona has to say. Seo-jun was listening to everything with a serious face, and after realizing what the situation was, started his acting. He got into the character of the great black dragon and, trying to act tough, said to Aona that they can talk about business later. First, he invited Aona for some drink as she might be thirsty from traveling so far here. The next moment, we see a confused and bewildered Aona sitting on top of a mat made with onion leaves, and in front of her was the juice made with Seo-jun's cherry juice and special juice of the queen bee. Seo-jun, seeing Aona a little tense, said that at this moment, this is the only drink he had, but it's a good one, and he's sure she will like it. Meanwhile, Theo was shocked after hearing the entire story of how Kung evolved into a honey bear. After seeing Aona a bit calmed down, Seo-jun asked, "What brings you here?" Aona, still a little suspicious, explained that she had a very urgent matter to discuss with the great black dragon. Seo-jun, with a polite tone, asked Aona if her request was related to the red locust swarms appearing on the 68th floor. Hearing this, Aona paused for a moment and then immediately got serious. While praising Seo-jun, she said, as she expected, the great black dragon knows everything. But then, she continued asking if he knew everything. Why didn't Seo-jun intervene? Why didn't he come to help? Seo-jun hesitated to answer this question and said the exact same thing that Aileen said, that first, he really is sorry for not intervening until now. Although he wants to help, there is a situation and he can't leave this floor for the time being. Just then, Theo, in the middle of their discussion, intervened, calling Seo-jun the chairman and asking Seo-jun for some chore. Kyung also jumped in, calling Seo-jun daddy and asking for food. This made Seo-jun a little angry, and he started to lecture them, saying, "Don't forget your manners. Can't they see he is attending an important guest?" Meanwhile, Aona was just in a state of confusion. She imagined the great black dragon to be terrifying, but the person in front of her was nothing like that. The atmosphere here was just too relaxed. She started to doubt whether the person in front of her was really the great black dragon. Why were the cat and bear calling Seo-jun chairman and dad? Then Aona started to analyze Seo-jun, observing that other than the black hair of Seo-jun, he didn't look anything like a black dragon. On the contrary, Seo-jun looked closer to the human species that got swept into the tower recently. The main part was she couldn't feel any magic presence from him. He seemed weak like an ant. The black dragon's energy was supposed to be overwhelming, terrifying, but there were only faint traces of magical power flowing out from only certain areas of the body. Aona didn't know what that was, and she was really confused, thinking, who the hell is this person in front of her? But While pondering all this, as soon as Iona took a sip of Seo-jun's special juice, she felt a sensation she'd never felt before. Her whole body started to tingle. Iona got surprised. She felt an intense burst in her mana energy and sensed even denser mana from this thick red liquid. On top of that, the thick liquid was sweet and delicious. She questioned, what was this magical liquid? Seeing Iona enjoying his special juice, Seo-jun explained that this was the juice of magic cherry tomatoes mixed with honey. Iona's eyes started to glitter with excitement. As a mage, every new piece of info excites her, so she asked if she could see the magic cherry tomatoes herself. Seo-jun happily agreed and asked the husband rabbit to bring some. The husband rabbit also happily came with some magic cherry tomatoes and handed them to Iona, addressing her with respect and calling her Milady. Iona, on the other hand, as soon as she saw the husband rabbit, remembered that the rabbit used to live on the 55th floor. After asking, the husband rabbit explained she was right, and after his home got destroyed by red locusts, Seo-jun, aka the Black Dragon, took them in. Then Iona started to analyze the magic cherry tomato, and after examining it, she was impressed by the effects, and was also impressed as she had never seen this type of vegetable with such dense magic inside. Then Seo-jun excitedly started to explain that he also grows sun pumpkin sweet potato, carrots of agility, corn of stamina, and many more, and all of them are imbued with magic. Hearing all this, Iona was once again in deep thinking. Theo, on the other hand, gave his precious churu to Kyung, and both of them were enjoying it. Seo-jun, seeing this, was really proud of Theo and even complimented Theo, saying he grew a lot from before. On the other hand, the Minotaur, the silver wool, the rabbit, all of them were like brothers from different mothers. Iona was observing how all the monsters here were living peacefully. But just then, with a jolt of realization, something came to Iona's mind. She thought Seo-jun is not just taking care of all the monsters that have nowhere to go, are about to die and have no food, but Seo-jun is also working to solve the food crisis in the tower by researching and growing different types of vegetable. And the fact that she could feel only a faint amount of magic energy from the Black Dragon must be because the Black Dragon must be concealing his energy so that the weak monsters would remain calm and live comfortably. After thinking all this, Iona got a little tense. She started to think of Seo-jun as a legendary god who is sacrificing himself for all the monsters of the tower. She started to admire Seo-jun for taking care of the poor monster. After that, as Seo-jun was in the middle of saying that he has a solution regarding the red locust, Iona stopped Seo-jun midway. With a regretful tone, she first apologized to Seo-jun, addressing herself as a lowly creature for doubting Seo-jun, the great black dragon who is sacrificing himself for the tower. She immediately bowed down and, slamming her head, continued to apologize to Seo-jun for her grave mistake in doubting him. Seo-jun didn't understand anything why Iona was apologizing to him. He was about to ask Iona why she was, but Iona, after noticing the green onion blade, got startled. Seo-jun, noticing this, came right to the point, explaining that he thinks this green onion blade will be able to solve the red locust problem. Curious, Iona checked the status window and found out this was yet another unknown item called Green Onion Iron Blade. This made Iona confused, thinking how can a green onion solve the problem? So Seo-jun started to tell a story to Iona about a technique to kill a fierce wolf with just one drop of blood-stained knife. It was simple. An ancient tribe came up with a method. They would repeatedly freeze the knife with blood and bury it upside down in the snow. Starving wolves would smell the sweet smell of the blood and start to lick the blade, and as time would pass, the blade would cut the wolves' tongue, and blood would continue to flow, and the wolf would continue to lick their own blood till they died. Well, the wolves failed to feel pain due to their tongues going numb due to cold. As Seo-jun finished this story, everyone got chills on their spine hearing this. Theo commented, saying it was too scary, and worriedly asked the chief to never lick any blade, and whenever he was hungry, he could come find Theo. He would always give his fish to him. Well, at this point, I can say Theo really did mature. Anyway, back to the story. Hearing the story, Iona questioned, saying the story was good. Red locusts can't differentiate between ordinary and these green onion blades, and they will blindly jump into these onion blades thinking it's food, and in the process will die. Iona jumped in excitement. She couldn't believe the problem that was like a disaster to the entire tower would be solved this easily. She turned towards Seo-jun with all glittery eyes, seeing Seo-jun, her great lord, saying just like she thought the great black dragon is really as mighty as the legend, to develop new weapons to deal with red locusts, along with solving the food problem in the tower and also taking care of the homeless tower. And Seo-jun, well, seeing her like that, was just speechless, not knowing what to say. But from inside, he was a bit confused, thinking it seemed like he had yet another misunderstanding, but he was glad it worked out all well. Then Seo-jun immediately slipped into his Black Dragon character, asking Iona if all that was left was to test if this would work according to his plan. But the problem was, at this moment, he couldn't leave the tower, so he requested Iona if she would test it in his place. Iona excitedly replied that they could test it right away. This made Seo-jun a little tense, and the next moment, Iona opened Dr. Strange's portal, inserted her hand into pitch-black darkness, and pulled out her great staff. Along with her staff, there were some red locusts. She trapped them in some black jelly. Iona slowly placed the black jelly hovering in the sky, and inside, although the red locusts were alive, they were like dead statues. Seo-jun got a little surprised seeing this. On the other hand, the husband rabbit and the mommy rabbit were terrified, seeing the red locusts once again who destroyed their home. Seo-jun, although he was also scared, pretended like he was not at all, and Iona explained that just for research and to experiment on them, she caught some of them on her way. Seo-jun finally became calm. He slowly stood up. Iona asked Seo-jun what was the command, what she needed to do next to test if the onion blades would work. Seo-jun said to wait for a moment. He stood up, planted 2 green onion. One was normal, and the other one was the onion blade. As he finished doing this, he gave the command to Iona to release all the red locusts. With Seo-jun's command, Iona immediately released them, and the red locusts started to scream like when you see your girlfriend without makeup. As soon as they smelled food, the green onion, they rushed toward it, and in a matter of seconds, they devoured it all clean. After that, they noticed the onion blade, all sparkling and delicious. One of them rushed to taste it, but as they were flying at high speed, as soon as they tried to sit on the stem due to high speed, they got sliced in half, all clean. Just like that, one by one, all of them got sliced into half. This made Seo-jun surprised. Although he knew his plan might work, he didn't think he would be able to kill all of them this brutally. But just then, the system notified Seo-jun that he achieved the great feat of a farmer by killing pests with his crops, and he gained high experience points for killing a high-level monster. Seo-jun was seriously surprised, seeing he could get XP even if his crops killed the monster. Seo-jun screamed with excitement with this newfound discovery. If it continued like this, he might really be able to become hella strong real quick. Meanwhile, outside the tower, Dongshik visited his master, informing him they cleared the 38th floor without any casualty, which made him really happy. Then he asked Dongshik if he didn't come to him just to say they cleared the 38th floor, right? Dongshik then smiled, saying he really knows everything. Dongshik then took out the pumpkin sweet potato and with a warm smile said, "Master, it's time to return to the tower."